Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the big show, the Big 3 DFS show for Week 10 of the NFL season. I'm Al Walsh. You can find me on Twitter at AlWalshDFS. Simple enough. And as always, joined by the money man, Adam Wagner, who's just made his way into New York City. Guy doesn't even have a solid IP address right now.
It's been a great day, dude. I'm gonna give some people in New York some props, right? Okay, you hear all this shit about how people in New York, the citizens in New York, are assholes. They're mean or whatnot. No, dude. I just landed at JFK, and the shuttle ride's it's a little bit longer from LaGuardia or whatnot, in the Midtown. Homeboy dropped me off at my buddy's house, man. Instead of letting me off at Penn Station where my stop was supposed to be at, I was the last person on the shuttle. He's just like, "Yo, where do you want to go, man? Can you drop me off at the address, man?" And he was just like, "Yeah, no problem." Unbelievable, man. People in New York. This is the second time I've been here. Second time I've had nothing but niceness or great gestures, tokens of good support and faith. When I landed at New York, man. It's awesome. I love the city, electric, glad to be here.
See, that's unbelievable because I've lived in this area for nearly probably 20 years, and I've got nothing but asshole back right all around me, so.
Must be my charm. I'm not sure.
Maybe you throw like the Texan on them.
Do I have Texan in my voice, though? I don't think I have Texan in my voice.
I do. Also joining us from just below the Mason-Dixon line is Chris Sweet, who threw out a nice article today. Go check it out on thewagnerwire.com. What's up, Chris?
Oh, not much, man. I'm just chilling down here, just hoping that Maryland doesn't follow suit of that state that Adam's in tonight.
We're fighting it, baby.
I got a New York story. The first time, we moved to the East Coast in 1995. So one of the first things that I wanted to do when I was 15 was go see New York City, obviously. So my dad took us up there, I think in like '96 during the summer, and he was driving in the city. And I swear, as soon as we got in the city, my dad got told to get the fuck out of the way, flipped off, yelled at, like everything exactly like you'd expect. We passed some Guardian is it Guardian Angels that they are? We passed like
the Hell's Angels, I think.
No, you know what I'm talking about.
The Hell's
damn
Angels.
it.
No, there are no Guardian Angels in New York anywhere.
Something, I don't know, man. I'm thinking of something else. But
you're thinking about the wrong New York.
The dudes with the red berets, brother. You know what I'm talking about? Dudes with the red berets? I don't know.
The Hell's Angels, man.
Yeah,
no, not the fucking Hell's Angels, dude. These weren't bikers that were raping chicks with the Hunter S. Thompson back in the day.
Who says that they do that? I'm not saying that they do that.
I don't know. What are you talking about? The original Rocky? What? I don't know.
I think they're called, like, Guardian. I don't freaking know, man. I'll figure it out.
I'm lost.
All right. Back to the show.
A hell of a way to start off. But, I guess, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about what happened in New York this week. So we got Eric Schneiderman out there, the Attorney General of New York, declaring that, fantasy sports are illegal. And, it's all bullshit. I mean, look, I'm not going to go over it completely, but it's bullshit because basically – the government doesn't have their hand in it, and they can't make money, and other people are having fun, and they're not. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Here's what it is, man. I'm going to hit on something that you brought to my attention, actually. You made a good point. New York has casinos, correct? Correct?
To say the least, yeah.
To say the least? Okay. So my guess is that some casino owner, whatever, donates to some congressman, to this Schneiderman or whatever this guy. Schneiderman. Your name just annoys me, you fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I've been drinking. I've been annoyed just because I've been in travel. I get a little cranky. So please edit that if we can.
That's true. That's true Chechen gentlemancy because he curses and then he says so it's like it never happened, Yeah,
Well, anyways, back to this, back to this conspiracy, maybe if that's what you want to call it. This is my guess. All right. So some owner of the casino donates a lot of money to a congressman in New York. We're not going to name any names, the Attorney General, some person that
Schneider.
holds office of importance in political power. Okay, we'll leave it at that. To keep the donor happy or the supporter happy, he's got to make a move and try to eliminate the potential opposition, so to speak, which could be FanDuel and DFS. It's bullshit. I'm naming FanDuel as a platform of DFS.
Yeah.
But the battle is Congress versus DFS now, man. And I just think you're right. Until they didn't get a chance to regulate it first, they want to get their paws on it. They want a little bit of interest. Everybody wants a piece of the pie, man. And when someone doesn't get it, New York, baby, I love it. When someone doesn't get it, dog, people get a little mad. Haters gonna hate, and now the money ain't coming. So, money grubbing greeds. That's all they are, man.
Basically. Hey, if you want to check out what this scene looks like, go to YouTube, type in King of New York, I Want In. And basically that's what's going on there. It's Frank White. He's like, I want in. A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in. So, you need to see it. You guys ever see that movie? It's tremendous.
Yeah.
Chris, you got
walking.
What movie?
Amazing.
King of New York.
Yeah, I got it on DVD. I might bring it up there. We'll see.
Hey, those sirens remind me of Coming to America. Hey, Stu, rent's due, motherfucker. Yeah, you conscious.
Oh boy. Sweet. Any quick takes on the situation in New York before we get to the picks?
Yeah. Eric Schneiderman can eat a big fat dick. He can eat a big fat. That's kind of how I feel. You guys said it all. It's all about the casinos, which worries me in Maryland because we got a lot of casinos down here now, and that's really what's driving it. The places with casinos, they want to keep, they want to make sure they crack down on the stuff that might be gambling while making money off their own gambling. So, you know how it is. And then you got the whole lottery thing, Let's make sure all the poor people out there that can't afford to spend their money play our lottery to make the state some money. 0% chance they're going to win. But, let's worry about a game where people actually might have a chance to know what the hell they're doing and win some money, So,
it's the front. That's
Oh, yeah.
just...
That's all it is.
It can be simply broken down as saying they're not getting any money off it, so it's happening under their watch, and whatever. That's
so
it.
talk to the companies, figure something out. Don't just straight up ban the shit. I don't know, man. It's so stupid.
They're gonna sit down this weekend. I'm bringing my my pitchforks, my lanterns, my torches. Everything's coming up to New York.
Torch, all that stuff.
So it's all coming. All right, let's get to the picks. For our quarterbacks, we must start there. Consensus lock, 1, 2, 3. Tom Brady.
Yeah, Brady.
Anybody wants to break that
Brady.
down? Tom freaking Brady.
How's it spelled now? How's it spelled?
Thom.
Brady.
I think it's C-A-W. Tom.
Now, we got the highest total of the week here. I believe 54.5. I think it's actually the second highest total of the entire NFL season, if not the highest total. Now, we're going to have just this amazing shootout. We know the Giants' ineffectiveness to not be able to guard the tight end position. This is just going to get ugly everywhere. The only thing I would say that the Giants have a chance is perhaps stopping the run or the short passes. Deion Lewis gone for the season. Very tough blow for the Patriots. So, they've operated without him for one game this season. I believe it does against the Jets. Correct? Jets?
Yes.
All right. If not, it was somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it's the Jets. And
James White's biggest load was against the Jets, so it had to be that game.
Oh, that's nasty. All right, so I'm pretty sure that we all have Tom Brady as a lock. That's fine. That'll do.
Yeah.
But I want to say on the other side of the ball too. I mean, I think if you want to, cut down a couple dollars on your salary, Eli Manning is not a bad play here at all. If we're gonna have this high total, then it takes two to dance, baby.
Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. Here's why it makes both these quarterbacks so enticing. I believe the record Eli Manning versus Tom Brady is 2-2. and Brady's losses have been in Super Bowls. I do know that Brady's 2 losses were in Super Bowls, and that doesn't seem to sit well with Tom. So when Tom is mad, I tend to go with Tom, especially with this Giants defense that's allowing 306 yards through the air. I just think Tom's going to exploit that and beat it up. Eli, on the other hand, has a chance to expose New England's defense. I think Butler cannot check ODB.
I don't think anybody can check ODB.
OBJ. You got me saying ODB, again, brother.
ODB.
But we can call him ODB. We can call him that. But yeah, this dude's going to get OBJ is going to get busy. I don't think Butler can check this guy. Like everybody says that Butler, because he made that awesome interception, which was thrown right at him. I feel that he is the lock cornerback. I don't think anybody's a lock like you alluded to just a second ago against OBJ, man. Nothing. Not going to happen. And on the other side, you got Randall. So.
Oh yeah. I have breaking news right now. The Brooklyn Nets are going to get their first win of the season. So
here we go.
Congrats,
everybody, Colin boys.
Everybody get it up. All right. So in that game, obviously, we got 2 locks. Right there, quarterback. I'm pretty certain that, I think we might have the same here. Anybody else have another pick at lock?
No, it's I'm the same. It's Brady, dude.
It's Brady.
Brady for me, man. Brady.
I would say if you're trying to save some money too, Drew Brees not a bad option, but I'm not going to break that boy down. Sleeper. Now, my sleeper is someone I believe that is very close to Chris's heart because he was the cover boy on his article that we, of course, read this week. So
thank you so much for reading it, guys.
You got it, man. So tell us a little bit about Blakey.
Yeah, Blake Bortles is my sleeper. I almost want to call him a lock, but it's clearly Tom Brady. Blake Bortles is the guy this week. He's going up against the Ravens at a 1 o'clock game. He's 5,600 on DraftKings. The Ravens were the worst pass defense until they had a bye, and I believe the Raiders or somebody passed them. But yeah, that's just a good matchup for him. He's been playing a lot better in the second year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if Hearns is going to be good for this game, but I like someone else in this.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think we are all
on his staff. So yeah, I think this is a great spot for him. I think all 3 of us like Blake this weekend. If you really want to save money, maybe use that for a GPP instead of the cash games. But I love Blake this week.
Yeah, probably on like a 1 o'clock only slate. I might take a crack.
That too.
Yep.
But it's gonna be hard to pass up Tom, and it sucks because I'm going against Tom in freaking head-to-head this week, where I got first place all by myself. So, not good. All right, Wags. Anybody you got for sleeper?
The dude that I had at sleeper, I actually had Eli Manning as one of my sleepers, just because I thought that it would be a barn burner, and they have to keep up with the.
Tom was that much of a lock. I got you.
Yeah, I just thought they had to they have to keep up. But my other guy that I just think is going to go off. Let me pull him up here. Sorry about it, boys.
All good.
The other guy, it's Derek Carr, man, going up against Minnesota's defense. I think Derek Carr is going to have a phenomenal day. He's already established himself as one of the top quarterbacks playing. You see his value start to rise up a little bit. Amari Cooper, this dude is legit. He's a big physical wide receiver. He's gonna give Carr a lot of targets, a lot of looks. And on the other side of that, Crabtree, man, Crabtree has been emerging, and the targets that he's been getting from Carr has been increasing as well. Crabtree proved himself last week that he's still got it, man. He's the reason why everybody, he complained that Darius Hayward-Bay got the money and he didn't. You know what I mean? I think Derek Carr is going to have a phenomenal week. I got Tom Brady. I can't go anywhere but Tom. But yeah, Derek Carr is. I guess I'm going to move my wild card up to my sleeper and put Derek Carr as my sleeper. So I'll be screwed here when we come to wild cards.
Fair enough. If I got a sleeper, I'm thinking Sammy Bradford here at 5,700 on the DK. They got the Dolphins.
Do this, man!
At home in Philly. Now they have, they're just coming off the bye week here. I think that bodes well for them. The projection sheet that I have over here He's not looking like the best option. They're actually rating DeMarco Murray and Ryan Matthews in the top 5 in running backs this week. But perhaps they get a little pass happy with it. But I think they could. I think the Eagles are going to destroy the Dolphins in this one anyway. So at least they'll be on the right side of things here. Maybe get your yards, get your touchdowns, get something before the whole running show goes down. But I like the Eagles a lot. I like them so much they're even in my 4-for-4 pool this week, which no one won for the 3rd straight week. So we're at $5,000 right now.
Wow, there you keep it building, man. Keep it going. It'll be a nice little payday. But hey, you don't think any of that Dan Campbell magic comes back?
No,
No, not at all. I mean, seriously though, you don't think that was the Patriots that we saw hit Dan Campbell's Miami Dolphins? You know what I mean? Like the new reforged Miami Dolphins. So yeah, you think that magic's dead, huh?
Well, this week, I mean, it could certainly come back at some point. I mean, I loved what he did to Lamar Miller. I mean, he basically made him a whole new football player. So that I can get behind. But
you're getting benefits off of that too, right?
Oh, you damn right. All platforms, Mr. Wagner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's tremendous to see that happen again. But yeah, I really like Philly this week to put a good maybe 2-3 touchdown victory up on them. And because of that, I've also got a Miami receiver in play that we can talk about. But we'll get there when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so anything else for quarterbacks, or are we moving on?
I think we're moving on, man. Self-explanatory. A defense that allows 308 yards through the air, and you're giving Tom Brady that? Come on, guys. It's a no-brainer. Take Tommy. Take it.
Now, I know that this is highly unprofessional, but that's not us. So I'm rocking with the Heineken Dark tonight, and I don't really like it that much, but I'm going to drink it anyway because that's the only beer I got. So.
What? I mean, I don't really like Heineken Light. So.
Oh my God, Heineken Light is one of the best beers out there.
You know what I mean?
Heineken Light's okay. Regular Heineken smells like feet.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know why, but I love feet.
Yeah.
He adore Hawaiian Punch. All right, let's get to the running back. All right, Wags, kick this party off. My bad. With a lock for everyone at running back.
Well, I mean, how do you not, love D'Angelo Williams after the performance that he gave you on Sunday? I mean, the guy, we saw what he did in the first couple of weeks of the season when Le'Veon Bell was not there. Look at what he's doing now. Just in 1 week's time, he can definitely. He's showing the reason why he was such a highly rated college running back coming out of Memphis. I mean, this kid's got. This kid. He's a veteran. You know what I mean? And I still think he's got fresh legs because he shared a lot of the payload with Jonathan Stewart down in Carolina. So, I think obviously he was the number 1 waiver pickup after Le'Veon Bell went down in season leagues. I think he was. I think he was actually owned or drafted in our Maximum Fantasy Sports season-long league as well. But this guy, what he got 37.5 on FanDuel. I don't know what he had. Didn't play a DraftKings contest last week.
I will check it out. 41.
41. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like this guy, and his price is still relatively low. I mean, you're getting this is Le'Veon Bell at a discount because he's just inserted into the offense. It's a product of the system, and that's what you get when you get with a Tomlin offense, man. Ben Roethlisberger going down. That's to me that shows more of a weight that D'Angelo Williams is going to get the ball. So I don't know. Maybe they put 8 in the box to stop that, but I still think he slips past it and catches some screens here and there out of the backfield. But if they put 8 in the box, then they got to defend. They got to find a way to defend Antonio Brown and Bryant one-on-one. So I don't think that's going to be so well for them.
Ben Roethlisberger going down smells like feet. That doesn't do good things for my boy AB. So that stinks. All right, sweet. Who you got at running back?
I got the same guy. D'Angelo Williams is my lock as well. What else can you say about the guy? I mean, let's not forget in 2008 he won people fantasy leagues. He was the best. He was the best guy for the last 10 weeks of the season.
Right.
basically put together a full season worth of stats, and he's never really been able to carry a team since that. So, I mean, he just came into a good situation. He might have a little bit more gas in the tank than a lot of guys his age because
Yeah.
he's been a starting running back, but at the same time, has he really, Carolina was such a mess for so many years, paying like 3 running backs a ton of money, terrible quarterbacks for a while. This guy, I think he's just ready to show how good he still is. He's been one of my favorite players for a long time.
Yeah, I haven't really liked him too much because he's been on Carolina, so he could have sucked it all those years, and
Right.
I don't really care. But I guess it's good to see him doing good things now. That's fine. As listed as questionable this week, had some injury, little bug here. What the hell was it? A little bit of foot inflammation, but they say he is ready to go against this porous Cleveland run defense. If I got to go with the lock, I'm going with Todd Gurley. This guy's been shown to be matchup proof here at home against the Bears. I believe he's an 8-point favorite on Sunday right as of now. I see St. Louis getting busy on defense against Jay Cutler and his sideshow of freaks. Basically, that could create a lot of opportunities for Gurley. I like him a lot this week. Yes, he is the most expensive. So I'm probably going to have some 1 o'clock exposure to him, but if we're talking about a millionaire maker lineup, I'm sorry, Todd, but I won't be able to hook you up there.
Bye, Todd.
Todd, see ya. But I do like the production. If we're looking at his last 2 games, let me pull this up here. We're looking at about an average of 32, or his last 2 home games, I'm sorry. We're looking at about an average of 30 points here in those 2, so definitely something to take a look at there. I think he likes domes, so
Don't we all like dome? Oh, sorry.
I love domes. Well, his first home game this season, he did not like dome, but the second 2, he definitely liked dome. But look, that first home game, the first home game this year for him was his first NFL game, so he was just getting used to everything. Any sleeping running backs that we got for the people?
Yeah, I think you have to give James Starks a look this week in the backfield, especially with Eddie Lacy's production being whack, and him having a questionable injury as well. You got to think every time I've mentioned James Stark, and you can go ahead. The tapes don't lie. We know what we're talking about. We study the game film. This guy, he's got breakaway speed. He's got home run hit potential. And he now has the entrusted faith of Aaron Rodgers to move the ball and get productive yards. I think that being said, this guy can, take the starlight away from Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy, I'm sitting here biting my lip as I'm talking about this because I gave Sweet a 3rd-round pick in one of our leagues for Eddie Lacy. The knee-jerk reaction to some injuries going down, and now I'm paying for it. So, yeah, man, I think James Stark can slide right on in and get busy here. He's my sleeper for the running back position.
Yeah, if Eddie Lacy were a stock, I would have threw him out the window a long time ago and probably spit on him, possibly even peed on him because I don't really like this guy, and I haven't liked him for a long time, and I want no piece of it. So. Sweet.
Really disappointing, man. Really disappointing.
God awful. Sweet.
Season league owners are just so upset with this dude right now. He's just been. Where are you at? Come on, bud. Come on, Eddie.
Yeah. In my draft, I went AB at pick 3, and I had people rolling their eyes, and I'm like, "Oh, how do you do that, man? When you got Lacy?"
You gotta go with the NFL, man.
I'm like, get out of my face with that kind of shit.
You gotta go with the wide receiver in a passing league.
Oh, yeah. I ain't got time for that. All right, Sweet. Where you at on sleeping running backs?
I had a hard time finding sleepers and value running backs this week. I feel like last week there was so much of it, and this week I don't know, man. But I like Shane Vereen in that game just because I like the idea of a lot of points. I like the idea of Eli having to pass, and I think that keeps Shane Vereen in the game. Slight revenge game, although I don't really know how mad he'd be winning a title last year, but I don't know. That's a guy I kind of like, but I had a hard time really finding, I guess, sleepers. I like Doug Martin as well. to bounce back. But I like him every week because he's on my dynasty team. So
I like him every week because he's on my real team.
he's on your real team, yeah. So I don't know, man. He had those 3 weeks in a row where it looked like he was back to Super Doug, and then he had 2 weeks after that where he kind of I don't know if it was game plan. He didn't get the snaps last week either. That kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah, he had an early fumble, and he probably was just in Lovey's doghouse. But I'll forgive him. I like him a lot this week. He's actually Dallas's second to last in the league in terms of giving up points to.
Who's last?
I don't see this at the moment.
It's the Chargers.
Yeah, that's correct. Very good call.
I was being coy.
I got you. I love Doug this week, but my sleeper pick, and it's for a different reason. I'm going with DeMarco Murray at 6,200 now. The projection sheet, it's pretty good, the one that I use, and they have DeMarco Murray as the top running back this week. But it makes sense because, Miami is 29th against giving up points to the running back position on DK. So, he can get busy early and often. This is what I was talking about with Sammy Bradford before. Like a lot of points coming from Philly in this one. And, them Dolphins going to be cold up north this week. But, it's not like terribly frigid or anything. It ain't South Beach warm. Shit. Yeah. Other running backs to take a look at this week. We mentioned Doug Martin, 6,400. Mark Ingram there going up against the Redskins. That's something to take a look at. Anything real quick, fellas?
No, that's it.
I'm interested in Justin Forsett in the back end.
Yeah.
$6,000. It's not a bad one, but alrighty. Let's talk about the wide receivers. These guys are great. They catch balls all the time in their hands. So let us get to a lock, Mr. Sweet. Who you got?
Man, I had a hard time finding a lock this week too.
You had a hard time everywhere, huh?
I had quarterback figured out. Quarterback was figured out nice, but I don't know, man. Nothing just jumps off the screen at me today. If I got to pick one, I'm going to go with OBJ, just because I think there's going to be points in that game, and he's starting to get a roll on pretty good.
I agree. I think OBJ is gonna have a monster game. I don't think I've mentioned it earlier. I don't think Butler can hold this dude.
No.
But if I got to go with a lock myself, man, you talked about Bortles earlier, Sweet. Blakey is going to be throwing it to my man, Allen Robinson, dude. I think this guy's going to have a tremendous game going up against the weak Ravens defense. Look for Blake Bortles to find this dude a lot. You said, Hearns could have a difficult time getting open this week, but I don't think it'll happen from Allen Robinson. I look for Allen Robinson to at least have 15 to 20 points. Safe play, man. You got to have him against that Ravens team.
I dig it with a shovel. I'm going to be going with Julian Edelman, 8,200 here on DK, going up against the Giants. We know the points are coming in this one. It's not even a question.
What are you doing?
I'm screwing something.
Right on, man.
None of your business. My goddamn Charger. Anyhow. But yeah, I really like that play a lot. We're going to have the points. He's going to get the touches. He's going to do it all. I don't even care which way his thumb is bent this week. He's going to be getting some touches all over the joint, especially with Dion Lewis out this week.
Yeah.
Look for the Giants to add tons and tons of coverage on top of Gronk this week. They might even throw 3 people and just hop on his back.
No, man, they still ain't going to be able to cover him.
As soon as Brady yells hike, so this could get ugly all over the joint. But yeah, Julian Edelman, 8,200 as the lock. I'm definitely going to have him in probably every lineup that I can. Excluding exclude the 1 o'clock games.
Yeah, I think Julian Edelman's a good play. I also think Brandon LaFell's a good play as well.
Oh, by the way, how did Mr. LaFell do last week in my good graces?
He did well.
Where's price point? I didn't say he was going to light the damn world on fire, but he did.
I'll give you your credit. I'll give you your props. I think this is the re-emerging game, or the game to kind of boost his ego and his confidence. I mean, if it's going to be any game, it's got to be against the G-Men pass defense, man. It's got to happen.
Yeah, I mean, LaFell sure as hell did better than Malcolm Floyd. I mean,
Very true.
What,
Very
too
true.
soon? Too
Sorry,
soon?
sweet Malcolm Floyd.
Oh, I don't care. Did you guys listen to me on that podcast
No,
on Sunday morning?
no, I did not.
No
Hey,
one listened to me because I tried to tell you all that Malcolm Floyd catches the ball and goes out for the game.
well,
I said it. I said the exact thing that happened.
thanks, much appreciated. Because on my Millie Maker lineup, I had like 25s and 49s and all kinds of shit, and then I had a 1 and a 0. So
Hey, man. I told you. I mean, Stevie wasn't great, but 13's better than 0.
hey, by the way, me and Sweet were talking the other day, and I was telling I might just go with like the lowest rated defense every single week in the Millie Maker because I had ODB, Antonio Brown, and Mike Evans as my receivers last week. That was fun. I want that every week.
Yeah.
And when we get to the defenses, there is a defense that we can play very cheap this week. That'll be profitable. So
Can't wait to hear it. Can't wait to hear it.
it's close to home, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, I like them too.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some sleepy heads at the wide receiver position.
Well, the sleeper that I got, I think I just mentioned LaFell, man. I think this is a game that LaFell can go off, explaining that Giants defense that's allowing 308 yards, through the air. If Brady's the lock, one of these wide receivers has to be the other lock. You like Edelman, but I think every wide receiver in the Patriots receiving core could be a potential lock this week. Brandon LaFell's my sleeper. He needs to come on. He needs to have a strong game. He needs to have a confidence builder, and this is going to be the game to do it.
Imagine this game ends up being like 13-10.
I don't think that's I don't even think it's possible.
I said imagine. I didn't say, oh, look at
I
that.
know, but I mean, you threw me for. I mean, what? I would just be.
What about those Super Bowls?
That would just be the epitome of football. I mean, you just never know. I mean, that's.
Those Super Bowl,
Sunday, right, Al Pacino? Right, Tony D? Right, Tony D?
You do what you're fucking told. Yeah, if the Giants win, I feel like it might be a lower scoring game, but I don't know, not in this NFL.
I don't see the Giants winning. I love the Giants ain't winning, boss.
All right, sweet. What do you got here at sleep for wide receiver?
The sleeper I really like this week is Devontae Adams at 4,300. He's basically been asleep all year. He reemerged last week, had some injuries and all that. James Jones took his thunder. I think he's going to have a pretty good rest of the year. I think the talent's there. I think that he's healthy. And we didn't talk about Aaron Rodgers, but he's as close to a second lock as you can have, really, because they're playing Detroit, and he's going to tell everyone to relax this week. And it's going to be on like Donkey Kong on Sunday.
Yeah, but
Detroit football. Go ahead.
I think Brady's cheaper though, right?
Not on DraftKings.
Oh hell no!
Yeah, on FanDuel we got Brady cheap. I mean, he's only $100 cheaper, but I mean, still.
Yeah, FanDuel and DraftKings have some weird differences this week that
Gotta love that exchange rate.
He's 1,100 cheaper than Brady on DraftKings.
Yeah.
That's the guy. Blake Bortles is like the 6th most expensive quarterback on FanDuel, but he's 5,300 or whatever on DraftKings.
Oh dang.
Weird.
All right, let us get to my sleeper at wide receiver. I'm going real deep on this one. A throwback, if you will. Marquez Colston this week. 3,400 on DK going up against the Redskins' poorest defense. Drew Brees expected to get quite busy in this one. And I like to get Coles here kind of as a sort of a slot receiver type deal here for the Saints. I think you can open this up in the middle on this team. If we are going to use Brady, if we're going to use Gronk, I think this is, you're going to need a couple guys here in this, minimum price range. And I think Colston's just the guy to do it. Not the greatest season. It is tough to see this guy go down like this because he's been such a great receiver for a long time. But, hey, listen, the Washington Redskins, they'll pick you right back up anytime you need.
Good play. I'm actually, I gotta wait and go to. I gotta wait for my wild card because until we go to the wild card, I can't mention the guy on the other side of the ball. So Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the New Orleans receiving tandem or receiving trio, if you will, man.
Yeah.
Marcus Colston. Uh, the thing about this dude is all right. So he's the no doubt he's catching every ball, right? Every ball that's thrown to him, he's the hands of this receiving core, right? But
Sure.
the things that get you with this New Orleans receiving core is the explosiveness, right? That's what Breeze has been favoring a lot. So. In which the Washington Redskin defense, they take that away. They take that one hitter, that big home run hitter away. So that speaks tremendous volumes and upside for Marcus Colston, especially at that price, man. Oh my God.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I got no beef here with it. Obviously, gonna need to find that salary relief, just as I was saying. But hey, look, if he gets 5 points, don't be coming guns a-blazing at me, all right? I'm just giving you some advice here,
What are you speaking from experience? Did somebody get in your shit about it or what?
Perhaps. I mean, it is the Twitter world that we're in now. Real quick with a sleeper, if you need a late night bet, I think Nate Washington for 44. Yeah, 4,400 there on DK. Not a bad play either. He's been catching touchdowns the last couple of games, so definitely give him a look if you need to fit some salary in. But all right, who you guys got as wild cards this week?
Wild cards. I think you got to get a little French with this one, all right? Or maybe I think they call it a little Creole down there in New Orleans, right? Yeah, garçon. Garçon on this one.
I thought you were gonna say Deshaun Jackson.
No, man. I'm going with Pierre Garçon, man.
You know how French he gets.
What? Oh yeah, I got you. I heard you. Yes, sure. But I mean, Garçon, he's going up against that awesome, Rob Ryan defense. That's what these guys are known for. They're awesome, solid defense.
Tremendous.
Allowing 292 yards through the air. Hey, way to go, Rob. Keep it up. You're doing an excellent job. Yeah, Garçon exploits them. Hey, and Kirk Cousins, I think we all like it. He wants to do another. He's loving these memes that are going out about him. I mean, he's really buying into his own bullshit now. He's gonna hit Garçon. Who knows? He might have a big day for another guy that's on the receiving core of the Washington Redskins, and I don't want to give away any thunder to that. So take it away to the next guy who's got the
I don't like that. I don't like that.
You don't like what? You don't like Garçon?
No, Cousins.
He doesn't like Kirk.
Oh, Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, he did that right after the Bucs win,
yeah.
so he's on my permanent shit list until we get to play him again. Whenever that is.
I mean, it's hard to be a Bucs fan, but it's also hard to be a Giants fan. Like, I share the same sympathy for you. I mean,
don't give me that shit.
Come on, man. We should not have won that game.
You got 2 Super Bowls in the social media era. I envy that.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, you had it too. No, you're right. Social media wasn't really that popping back then.
When the Bucs won a Super Bowl, I had to hit 2-3 times to get a C. So that doesn't fucking count. That just does not. All right.
Sweet, who's your wild card, man?
I actually I have 2 $3,200 wild cards that I like better than Marcus Colston. Just because Colston had one good game this year. I mean, the dude, I dropped him from my dynasty team. I don't see it with him. That was against the Giants too in that crazy game. I like Dorial Green-Beckham at 3,200, and I like Chris Givens at 3,200 on the Ravens. Both of them, I mean, they are wild cards, but I think one of these days, it could be this week, Dorial Green-Beckham is going to have a blow-up wow game. And at 3,200, I'd sure like to have a piece of that.
I actually just picked up Givens in my season-long league, so watch out now. But yeah, I like those too. The only thing that scares me about DGB is the fact that they're going against the Carolina Panthers, and they are pretty damn good against not letting people catch the football. I mean, unless your name is the Green Bay Packers, but I don't know. I think that's a tough spot for them. But again, these are sleepers, so we're not looking at statistics.
How on were you guys last week about that Carolina Green Bay game too? Aaron, you said airing it out. I was just like, man, I'm not seeing it airing it out. Oh, homeboy Cam Newton went off. Aaron Rodgers went off. They were airing it out, man. I just didn't.
I wish my DFS lineups would have saw some Aaron Rodgers in them last week.
I saw more of a ground game in that game, man. That was just one of the better calls of the week. Good
Hey,
job.
I just looked at Vegas and they showed me the way. So
Yeah, well, I don't really see the light that Vegas provides every now and then.
you know how that should go. You know how
I just
that.
see. I mean,
I like to poke
usually
the bear. I like to fight. Speaking of poking the bear, I'm bringing a fight to you. I'm bringing a fight to you, Congress. All right, you want to outlaw and get rid of DFS? Come get some. All right, Wagner Wire's backing up DFS.
Oh, and we got a banner. What up?
And we got a banner. What up? What up, kid? See us at the DFS Players Conference. We're coming live. Oh shit!
Yeah, we are. I can't wait for that, man. All right, so let's get to the wild card plays at the wide receiver position. I'll get it kicked off real quick. I got two guys here. Stephon Diggs at 5,100 going into Oakland, and Jarvis Landry, 6,700 at Philly. I think that's a pretty damn good play considering they'll probably be getting their ass kicked again like they were last week. Landry should have a nice day here. Maybe 2 touchdowns in this one.
How much? 52?
No, Landry is 6,700. He's quite expensive, but I think he's going to have a very productive day in this one.
I see it. I mean, this dude. What I also like about him is that he returns punts too. So, or returns kicks. I mean, this guy, he can get you points in multiple areas of the game, which is it's definitely a bonus.
Fish out. All right, what do you guys got?
I think we already did ours, right?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
We're up on tight end. We're up on them tight ends.
All right, again, it's Gronk. Like, it's not even a question who's going in at tight end. But if we're not going with Gronk, now look, I don't want to hear this from anybody out there in cyberspace either. Like, oh, you're not giving it. No, all right. If you've been playing fantasy football here the last, how many ever years, you know that the Giants can't guard tight ends to save their sweet little lives. Okay, so. Yeah, Gronk, the best tight end in the game, going against the worst tight end defense in the game. Mind blown, exactly.
Right? It's rocket science.
Yeah, it's like the Brady analysis. Like, yeah, good, we're there. Listen, we don't got time for that, all right? If we're talking about other tight end, I like Jordan Reed, 4,600, going up against the Saints in this one. On the projection sheet that I use, he's actually higher than Gronkowski this week, so that's pretty interesting and fairly, not fairly, but considerably cheaper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's something to look at. I mean, look, the Saints' defense is just bad at every position. You could pick a spot. I mean, their running game really hasn't done much, so I probably wouldn't pick that spot. But we didn't mention Kirk Cousins earlier. That's kind of a good spot for him as well.
My boy Dave Zidek, he dropped me a text message today. I asked him, I said, hey, it's got to be Tom Brady, right? He's got to be the pick of the week for quarterback. It's a no-brainer. He said, yeah, but you got to check out Kirk Cousins. Looking up, going against that New Orleans defense, allowing 292 yards. So, shout out to Dave there, man, with just a tip in his column. He thinks I'm with you, man. Jordan Reed is going to have a sensational game against the lackluster of the New Orleans Saints defense, man. They're terrible. They're lousy.
Well,
Reed has to throw. He has to throw 7 touchdowns.
We've talked about this at great length here, that necessarily on DK, you don't even have to use that high-priced quarterback. Right. Yeah, I'm sure Brady will by far have the most points, but we can get somewhere in the ballpark with a guy like Cousins or Eli. Right. So, I think that's probably the actual smarter play.
I mean, it could be. I think I would almost go and fade off of Brady if they weren't playing the Giants. Because they're playing the Giants, I think the Giants have the firepower, offensive firepower, to keep it close, so I don't see a blowout risk factor here. Vegas might see it differently. I don't. I just think I think the Giants keep it clean. I think they keep it close, man.
Yeah, I absolutely do. I mean, as well as anybody being a Giants fan that these are the kinds of games that the Giants get up for. Right. Like they come to play. They
love to knock the big guy down, man.
Yeah, they come to play when the big boys come to town. So, I definitely like it to stay, under that 7-point spread that's going on right there. So, Eli, I like it. I for sure like it.
Picks all year, man.
Say what?
He's only got 6 interceptions all year.
That'll work. But, I called it last week, by the way, with Indy winning outright against Denver. It cost Andrew Luck a shoulder or whatever, but
and we have another lacerated kidney.
But I don't want to go as far to say that the Giants are going to win this, but they have a tremendous opportunity to win this game, being who they are. We know who they are. They are who we thought they are.
They are who we thought they are.
But they could absolutely win this game.
Dude, you're 100% right. Me being the Giants fan, I'll tell you straight up, the Giants play up or down to their potential, and this is a classic case of what we have here in front of us.
I'm pissed because I didn't take them in my 4-for-4 pool this week. I hate going against New England, but I'm looking at it now and I'm like, oh, I should have had this. Definitely should have had this. All right, so we had Gronk and Reed at the tight end position. Anybody else that we could potentially look at this week?
I'm going to bring him up again, fellas, every week.
Ben Coates?
Ben Winter Coates is not the guy I'm talking about. Not Ben Winter Coates. If Josh McCown plays, my boy, big game Gary Barnidge, man, every damn week I bring him up.
I refuse to roster him.
Yeah, I haven't rostered him yet either, but I got to bring him up. 4,800 for my man, just getting it done every week, except when Johnny Manziel's in there. But if McCown's starting, fire my man Barnidge up.
I don't know. I'll go ahead.
I thought he was going to go with Gates. I thought he was going to go with Antonio Gates.
I don't think he's playing this week.
No, is he done? Is he done? Is he out?
We're on a bye this week, so he's not playing this week.
I can't.
Chargers on bye this week.
See, I don't even know that. I didn't even look into that, man. I'm sitting here looking at the 1 o'clock rosters, thinking it's a one-only game. Little do I know that I thought I had the full roster slate open. Here, I'm wondering why it's so hard to roster a team this week.
Yeah, we're like, wait, where's Rivers? How'd that happen?
Yeah.
I'm looking all over the place. Now that I know that San Diego's got the bye, yes, way to go, Wagner.
Yeah.
Way to be prepared.
I can get down with Barnidge. I don't know.
It's a good matchup. I mean, Pittsburgh's not good against a tight end. It's 4,800. You know, I like Jordan Reed as well. If you read the values column, I have Kirk Cousins in there as well, and mention the Cousins-Reed stack would be nice in the GPP this week.
That's a great play on words right there, my friend. If you read the value column, I see what you did there.
Yeah, pretty good. He's good. He's good with words. This guy's good with words.
Shit. I like Ben Watson here as a sleeper at the tight end position this week. Wild card. My bad. 4,300 there on the DK. Again, gonna have a lot of firepower going around in the Skins Saints game. So yeah, I mean, that could be the guy, but I'm seriously looking at Gronk and Jordan Reed this week. So
I'd like to see what Julius Thomas can do. He needs to get busy in this Jacksonville offense. If this guy can stay healthy and stay on the field, we've seen how dynamic he was with Peyton Manning. I used to think that was all Peyton, but now I'm starting to think that the guy was just such an athlete that Peyton's struggling because he hasn't had targets across the middle. We saw them getting some targets across the middle last week, and his game's starting to expand a little bit more and allowing the vertical passes to come in. I think that Thomas can provide that same type of offensive production in Jacksonville now, especially with the maturity of Blake Bortles. This guy is starting to come on, as one of the as one of the top quarterbacks, of that draft, and showing the reason why he was drafted as high as he was. So I'd like to see him exploit this Ravens defense that's just, almost next to nothing in the air. Maybe a good wild card play is Julius Thomas for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That gonna do it on the tight end position.
My ends are tight, that's for sure.
Yes.
Wait, good.
I'm good.
Good. All right, it's the final countdown.
Yeah, here we go.
My favorite part of that commercial is the lady at the end is like,
yeah, she's just sitting there chill, like she's rocking it out and everything. You got some old ass 60-year-old Europe just slaying it.
I digs it. All right, for the defenses, I'll kick it off. What the hell? We're going with a lock. I mentioned the Todd Gurley lock earlier. It kind of coincides with the defensive pick. So St. Louis Rams here on DK, 3,600. They're going against Jay Cutler and the Bears, so that's always a great recipe for success. Get yourself a lot of sacks. Get yourself a whole lot of things going on. Although, I have noticed with the Bears here the last couple, I guess this season pretty much, they are getting the ball out pretty quick. So, it might be a little hard to get it.
But
But,
it has to, man.
Yeah.
Survivability.
absolutely. I mean, it's the same thing Brady's been doing his whole career. He goes, hey, Tom, what the hell should I do, bro?
Everybody.
Then maybe like Kristen and Giselle can hang out.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, if the
That's
wives
probably a good double date.
if the wives hang out, then that just God.
That's probably the greatest.
Maybe she can tell Kristen what she does for Tom. I mean, there's got to be a reason why Tom's so good. Tom.
That's probably the greatest double date in the NFL. Tom
Oh
Brady
my
and Giselle.
God! I don't think they'd get along at all. I
don't
think
know,
that's
man.
awful.
To be a fly on the wall, what a time to be
Oh
alive.
my God!
That would
Can
be
you imagine how? Can you imagine the conversation? Oh, that would be great. Yeah, to be a fly.
So what's it like to play in the Super Bowl, dude?
Well, Jay, you kind of got to like your city.
I'd totally take an upper decker at Jay Cutler's house.
Where is this going? Where
The
is this
league,
going?
man.
You know that area right above the toilet? That's where it's going.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
The
I
league,
got it. From
man.
Emmanuel in space last week to Upper Deckers in the toilet.
Oh, that was great.
We are just, oh man, our brand is getting out there for sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to have to use that this weekend, but I will say, trademark, Chris Reed.
Trademark,
Oh,
right on. My defense has got to be the Carolina Panthers. I think they get it done. They're going up against Tennessee. Even though it's in Tennessee, I think Carolina, they've shown that they are one hell of a defense. Anybody that can, come out and have Luke Kuechly just all over the field. This guy's a solid animal, man. He's the Gronk of defenses. You know what I'm saying? If I could field my defense around a certain player, it's got to be Luke Kuechly. So.
Sure. Sweet, you got anybody?
Yeah, my lock is Denver Broncos at 3,400 at home against the Kansas City Chiefs with, Alex Smith and no Jamal Charles. They've been the best defense scoring wise all year in fantasy. I don't know why you wouldn't take them this week at 3,400.
Very true, very true. You get yourself a midday bat there as well, so
That's right.
that'll work for you. Yeah, and again, who do they really got? Jeremy Maclin. They guard the tight end position very well. They're probably going to be a little pissed off from what happened last week. So
I would think so.
Just
a good, just a bit. All right, we're going with a sleeper. It is my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We talked about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Castle, quarterback, doesn't do anything for anybody except great things for the other team. And this week, it's Tampa Bay Buccaneers projected to score a touchdown this weekend. Only team in the NFL projected to do so. So I like that. I like that a lot. I think that says a lot. That probably means they'll score 2 touchdowns in this one. 2,500 on DK too, which is amazing value.
Oh, yeah.
You got the Dallas. Definitely going to be a heavy. It doesn't. Whoever plays in Tampa is going to have a heavy contingent down there. This is where people go on vacation to watch their football team play. So home field advantage is never a thing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I think this week they're going to get it done. They played very well against the Giants last week. Just
They did.
a couple things didn't go their way. And they played pretty well with the exception of opening day. They've been playing pretty well. It's just,
I think James Winston's starting to get his legs under him, man. He's starting to get a feel for the NFL, get a feel for the actual speed that's within it. And you see a lot of quarterbacks, have a grace period until they catch up, and he seems to be doing well now. I honestly thought that Tampa Bay should have won that game. That was Tampa Bay's game the whole time.
I ain't gonna argue with you.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. But anyhow. Yeah, dude, you're completely right. Don't threaten me with a good time on this, man. Take Tampa Bay's defense. I do see them turning a pick six into it, or into production. Good value. They're going to give up some points. Yeah, they will. But they'll get it back with the defensive touchdown.
Oh yeah, Dallas is a dead fish flopping around on land, so that they can go to hell. Also, interesting stat, doesn't have anything to do with the defense, but maybe it does in terms of resting them. But Tampa Bay has the fewest 3-and-outs in the NFL this season.
There you go.
Very interesting.
Wow.
Very interesting. All right, other sleepers on D for this week.
No, I'm good. That was my sleeper. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you know, the first thing I do when I set my lineup every week is I go to defense first, and I scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I see if there's anything towards the bottom that I like.
Yep.
And it's definitely Tampa Bay this week. The other one that I'm like so tempted, even though I know it's a bad idea, is the Raiders at 2,100 at home against Minnesota, especially if Sean Hill starts. I know they're a bad defense, but you know, I don't know. I just feel maybe at home they get a pick or something, but I think Tampa Bay's a little safer for $400 more.
Hey, I mean, you know, even Cleveland going up against Landry Jones.
That's true.
2,000. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
we could fit some fun time in there.
Yeah, I can get down on that for sure. Dig it with a shovel, as you like to say, my man.
I dig. All right, so that does it for all the picks. The only thing left to do is get to the conference from here.
Get to the conference.
I'll be arriving in New York City probably around like the 5 o'clock area. I'll be there, so you know, get some check-in going in. Maybe get a little steam in the sauna real quick. Get all the toxins out. Get a clean body going into this whole thing, and then you know, I know we got the opening party there at 8. So I'm looking forward to meeting everybody and you know, seeing all the thoughts on what's going on here.
Right on, man. Yeah, Bill Parsons, he wants to have a little dinner and show us his little favorite watering hole after this little event coming up Thursday night. So it's going to be a good time, man.
So
Bill Parsons, those of you who don't know, MaximumFantasySports.com. They're a really cool draft site, DFS site that we go to. It's actually what our season-long league is in. And Bill Parsons is the president of that. They picked up the tab for our shirts that are going to be at the DFS PC. So big thank you for Bill Parsons, man. I can't wait to meet you face to face. You know, sit down and drink some good booze at your little favorite watering hole here. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited, man.
Oh wait, you've never met Bill before?
Not face to face, man. Just through correspondence and emails and stuff like that.
All right, sounds
Man,
good. Yeah, I'll show you a couple other holes in the New York area that we can get into, but
Don't threaten me with a good time, dude. I just hope we don't get locked up. So.
No. It's New York. They look for like drug dealers and like murderers and rapists.
Yeah. Like I said,
not for guys having a good time. They'll just throw you in the van for 15 minutes, settle you down, and then you're on your way.
People drinking 32-ounce Coca-Colas, stuff like that.
I also want to thank my hosts here, Frank Clements and his awesome friend Sean Hunter. Man, these dudes have just been really kind to let me into their place that they share. So it's really cool of them to let me chill here. It's always nice. I feel like I'm superimposing.
You probably are.
Oh, I know I am. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. So thanks guys. I knew these guys were now, so thank you. Thank you for housing my letting me squat in your place for the day.
And we also gotta give a happy Vets Day to one of our own, the Wagner Wire.
Happy Veterans Day, buddy.
Thank you.
MC gentlemen out there protecting the country and the DFS benefits that we reap weekly. So thank you for all that.
Thank you, and I want to thank everybody. There's been a tremendous support. Everybody, was really thankful. The Twitter feeds were off the chain this week, or today rather, and yesterday with the Marine Corps 240th birthday. It's always just great to see when our nation really provides the support for the people that preserve the basic freedoms that we enjoy on a day-to-day basis. So thank you guys for taking your time to remember Veterans Day. It's always nice to have that too. So thanks.
For sure. All right, we will be live in New York, so definitely check out the Twitter feed. Maybe we'll have one of these episodes live.
We are. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, dude. I think we should get in there and do a little show real quick, get some hype, get some BuzzFeed about the conference, man.
Get it going. But yeah, I can't wait to meet everybody. I've been talking to a couple people on Twitter, so The feedback's going to be great, and yeah, we'll see you then. And then I believe now, Wags, I don't know if you're going to be back home in Austin in time for the Sunday show, but
my flight is at 5 in the morning. So.
So I might have to do the. Actually, I'm definitely going to have to do the Sunday show from the hotel. So you might see like socks and pictures and lamps broken all over stuff. So
whatnot, yeah.
You ain't going to sleep on Saturday. We're keeping you up.
I'll tell you, don't throw me with a good time, bro.
All right, we will see you all Sunday morning, bright and early.
Get to the conference. Get to the conference.
All right, take it easy, everyone. Later.